Hello there. Let's talk a little bit about how tasks work within Alvanda. So we believe that every single task should be associated to either a procedure or a strategic initiative. And we talk about those in the other videos that we have. So I'm not going to go into detail there. However, on the top right part of this page, you don't see it because it's right there, somewhere here. Below my video, but you will be able to see it when you're there. So you click on that, and then you get this little window here. So let's say the task name is let's say agree on launch strategy, right? So you want to agree on the launch strategy, and then you say write down at least 20 initiatives, right? Okay, so who's the assignee? I'll put myself as the assignee. And then what procedure do you want to follow? So we only created one procedure for the purposes of this demo account. So let's say it's holding a meeting, right? We want people to have a very specific way of holding meetings so that they're always professional, they're always have an agenda, and so on and so forth, okay? So we have holding a meeting. When's the due date? So let's say the due date is in 2 days from now. Estimated time, let's say we put 2 p.m. And then you can set this as recurring if you want to. I'm not going to set it as recurring. So you can create and save a task. It will just add it to the board of whomever you're giving it to, or to your board if that's the case. And if you gave this task to yourself, you can also create and start, right? So you can do that directly. Let me just create and save for now. So you will notice this appears in my task list. So in the later section. So if I click here, basically I start going into that procedure. So let me just click on this once. And so you will see the holding a meeting procedure. You'll see it here on the top right. You don't see it again because of the video, but it will say what procedure you're following. And then the steps will be here. Step 1, you'll see you have 2 minutes to complete the step. You have a little timer that's automatically set up. Setting the purpose is step 1. Decide on the title of the meeting, agenda, and so on. So I have all of these things, and all of these are mandatory, as I can see. However, I'm not going to go through this. The only one thing I'm going to show you on the top right, again, you can't see the button, but there's a help and feedback button. If you click that one, this will basically either request help or give feedback to your direct manager, whomever that is in the org chart. Your direct manager will get a notification to say, hey, Robert needs help doing this task. And this is an amazing thing. It saves so much time and it removes so many bottlenecks. So if you don't know how to do a task, you can get help here. Or if you believe that the procedure should be different or the task should be different, and so on and so forth, you can provide feedback. And it has the same purpose of making work more enjoyable for you and more effective for everyone involved. Okay, so I'm going to click cancel and go back. So it's still here. I didn't do the task yet. However, I want to go into task history right now. So you'll see I already completed the task, which was called discuss strategy with Patrick. I followed the same holding a meeting procedure. I completed this on the 23rd of January at this time, and it took me exactly 1 minute and 21 seconds. Something I want to underline within Alvanda is that workload management and time tracking or time management or reporting and so on and so forth are all done automatically. Again, this is for the purpose so that everyone doing work can actually do the work they enjoy doing and spend less time reporting, less time in meetings, less time in curating, timesheets and so on and so forth. You don't need to do any of that. Alvanda does it automatically for you. So if I click into the task history, I'll see the task was created on this date and this time. It was created by Robert. In this case, the creator and the assignee are the same, but you can imagine they can be different. It was completed 4 minutes later by this person. The time on the task was 1 minute 21 seconds. And the due date was on the 25th. So you can also see if people are completing tasks before or after the due date. Also, what procedure did we use, right? If you click here, you get the preview of that procedure. So it's a 3-step procedure. and then also what components have we used, so basically the end deliverable. And I can also say great work, right? I can have as many comments or discussions here back and forth with my teammates, and I also can go into this component and see what did they discuss about. So the title was this, I know. What was the agenda? Come up with at least 20 initiatives to increase the number of leads generated per week. Okay, perfect. The attendees, they were Robert and Patrick, and then these were the meeting notes, number 1, number 2, and so on and so forth. So everything is being kept here. Obviously you can export this, or you can do whatever you want with it. You can duplicate the component, delete it, or archive it. Okay, and then also you have next steps. What are the next steps? Robert is to talk to X27, and then Patrick is to talk to Westrom, and so on. And this is the task history. Any modification you make will show up here. Let's say Jenny was also on that call, so I'll also add Jenny to the call. Let me add also a comma here. Okay, so I made that change. I'll click save, and then you will notice component saved successfully. So changed information in attendees from Robert and Patrick to Robert, Patrick, and Jenny, right? So basically, oh, and there's not another name here because it's still me. If someone else would have made this change, then their name would have appeared here, okay? And so you'll notice that everything can be kept here. You can change the status. I'll change it to held because we've hold the meeting has been held, right? And then I can go back. Now everything is here. Nothing changes. You have the workload. If someone finished 100 tasks, all of them will be here. It'll be very easy to determine who did what by when, how much time did they take. It will be very easy to determine if I have any tasks overdue, if I have anything to do today that's urgent or important, or what's my workload look like next week, next month, and so on and so forth. So hopefully this was useful. Let us know if you have any questions. Again, you can use the little help button at the bottom, and then we look forward to being of service. Thank you so much. Bye.